of Mission Abroad, an interactive meeting with the Ambassador of Iran, Brazil, Peru, and Dominican Republic. I acknowledge the presence of your excellencies, and it's a privilege for us that you all are visiting the FTCCI, and I think a lot of our members are here today, so they'll have this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you so much. I would also like to inform all of you that we are on the 105th year journey, and since its inception, FTCCI has been playing a very proactive role for the benefit of trade and industry members and society at large. Most of the activities and events are a knowledge sharing platform for our members, and this is one such event which will give them an opportunity to interact with all of you to see what are the business opportunities in those countries. Before we begin the session, we would like to show a short film of FTCC, especially for your excellencies. So just to give you an idea of what the Federation does. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I request our president to present a bouquet to today's guest.
Quick one. Know how you're going to take this back, but you may have to plant it somewhere.
Very good idea.
Thank you.
Now I request our president to deliver the welcome speech. Thank you.
Good evening. His Excellency Sri Kaddam Dharmendra, Ambassador of India to Iran. His Excellency Sri Suresh K. Reddy, Ambassador of India to Brazil. His Excellency Yam Subbarayadu, Ambassador of India to Peru. His Excellency Sri Abagani Ramu, Ambassador of India to Dominican Republic. Sri Vishnuvardhanji, Special Secretary, Investment Promotion and NRI Affairs, Telangana Government. Mr. Murli Krishna, Director of Pharmaxil. Chakravarti, Chair of our International Committee, Senior Vice President and Vice President of our Federation. Past Presidents, Managing Committee members and other dignitaries, welcome to you all. I'm delighted for this today's business summit with Indian heads of mission abroad. I thank you for conducting this program by the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India and Telangana government for giving us this opportunity to host the Indian heads of mission abroad, ambassadors of 4 countries, Iran, Brazil, Peru, and Dominican Republic on a single platform and meeting. I also thank Pharmaxil and World Trade Center Shamshabad for partnering and supporting this meeting. Federation, as said, it is an apex organization with 105 years of legacy, and we are the bridge between the government and the industry. We represent in the state government bodies, state government committees, and we voice our concern and protect the interest of the industry. We have got 20 expert committees, each being headed by an expert in the respective sectors. We are face and voice of the industry, and we play active role in the development of Telangana government. Sir, we have signed so many MOUs with the various chambers of countries like Dubai, UAE, Thailand, and Iran also we have signed MOU with the Chamber of Commerce. And we have taken outbound missions to UAE and Dubai, and in the month of December, we are going to Vietnam. We recently had a meeting with Dr. Amir Abdullahian, Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Islamic Republic of Iran. Sir, Telangana state is one of the fastest growing state in the country. It has got a skill talent, robust infrastructure, and ease of doing business, and it has got a responsible and efficient government administration. We are always consistently on the top ranks of ease of doing business, and the Telangana government and Telangana state is consistently progressing in the country. Telangana government, Telangana state has got, it stood second in the country in the IT exports, and moreover, our 40%, more than 40% of pharma bulk drug is produced in Telangana, and it is top in the country. Moreover, it is the bulk drug capital of the country, and vaccine. It is the vaccine capital of the world. So I request all the dignitaries to connect FTCCI with local government, chambers and business associations in your respective countries to proactively partner in development projects and programs in Telangana We seek your advice and support in building more bilateral trade relations with business delegations to Telangana. I am confident that we will be continuously working with your good officers to strengthen the relations between your respective countries and create a new business opportunities for both the countries. I assure our best cooperation, strengthening the trade relations. Thank you.
Now I request our Chair, International Trade and Business Relation Committee, Mr. Chakravarti AVPs to give the introductory remarks.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a great afternoon this afternoon. In fact, it's one of the best day, I must say. And we can't be thankful more for all His Excellencies. If you have one, that will be a boon. Two, it will be a great thing. There are four of them, and together, along with Mr. Vishwanath Reddy Garu. And today, you all made our day, sir. But I just flew from Japan this morning. When I was told this meeting was there, we were too delighted on behalf of FTCCI. A warm welcome to you all. His Excellency Shri G. Dharmendra Garu, Honorable Ambassador of India to Iran. Of course, our own Suresh K. Reddy Garu. We always take him as our family person. Actually, whenever we have some problem or issue on behalf of Pharmaxil, we used to interact with him several times. We really take pride, sir, knowing you very well, and your assistance and coordination to the Indian industry goes a long way, sir. And today we are very happy to have you on this platform, and even though I speak on the other platform as well. His Excellency Sri Subbarayadu Garu, Ambassador of India to Peru, most happening country nowadays, and His Excellency Sri Abagani Ramuji, Ambassador of India to DR, Dominican Republic, and our own Sri Vishwanath Reddy Garu, IFS, the Special Secretary, Investment Promotion and NRI Affairs, the Government of Telangana, who is actually the pivot for making the whole thing possible. And since morning, you all know how he has been coordinating the visits with the Honorable Minister K.T. Garu, CS Somesh Garu and all. And the evening also there are programs lined up. And of course, we feel the absence of our friend, the Director General of Uday Bhaskar, because he has some urgent meetings with the Government of Industry, Ministry of Healthcare and Ministry of Commerce. They lined up some conference call in the afternoon. He called us and asked us to excuse. Of course, evening we are meeting again. And thank you very much, sir. And thanks to the partners. Of course, I'm a part of Pharmaxil and the WTC also. Thank you for co-hosting this event. More than all, thank you all, my dear friends, industry colleagues, taking your valuable time. We really value our time. On an afternoon, you are waiting, and honorable dignitaries, you wanted to meet and interact and know what are the best possibilities of bilateral trade, and if there are any issues. It's not going to the end of the day. Today we have a formal interaction, but believe you me, FTCCI acts as a conduit between you and the embassies, and they're also like that, because they never confine themselves into the shackles of their bureaucracy or their decorative positions. All of them are, as I believe, as I know, most of them personally also are open to help us, open to guide us, open to redress our grievances if there are any. And today I'm extremely happy to welcome you all once again, sir, for today's meeting. I would like to bring to your notice, Your Excellencies, that Hyderabad is a true global city, needless to say. We have all been talking about it. And today it's a great pleasure. Invest in Telangana. I don't think Vishnu has less job, because the people are coming more than what we invite. Actually, nowadays, this is the other way around. But we don't stop there. Nevertheless, we still want a lot of investments. Hyderabad is acknowledged, as we already know. So Suresh Garu knows very well, and how during the COVID, how we have coordinated each other, how the vaccine capital of India, rather 40% of the world vaccines are also we are manufacturing in Hyderabad. That's a great moment for all of us. Hyderabad itself is known as tree city of the world for 220 and most livable city. As we all know, a lot of bureaucrats post-retirement, they set up their shop, they set up their houses, and they are living their post-retirement life here. I think this Telangana forms the best destination for all of us together to help each other. And Telangana provides the best business environment and top in class of ease of doing business also, as you know. The speedy approvals are provided. In the afternoon, you have been interacted with the Honorable Minister Sri K.T. Ramarao also. He is very vocal on behalf of FTCCI also. And he has been telling the industry to come forward and to join hands with the FTCCI, and who has been 105 years. We have been working together for the benefit of the industry, for benefit of the trade and the business together. And we have rich history in doing business with abroad countries. For example, Iran or Brazil. Needless to say, our relations go a long way. And the most happening countries now, the Peru and Dominican Republic also do not lag far behind. Of course, the objective of the meeting is to interact with you all, sir, to understand more about your respective countries from your side also, and the support that the countries offer for us for any mutual collaborations, for joint ventures and furthering the trade and business relationships between India and these countries also. We are in a very critical situation post-COVID, but world is looking at India, and India is tipped to become the third most economy in the world, and it's going to beat. We already beaten the British people. Now we are going to surpass the Germany also very soon, and for that we all need to work together. I think it's not so easy. The journey is long, and we know how businesses have been affecting also post COVID. We are trying to resurrect and recorrect ourselves, and trying to. We are like a phoenix. India has been facing a lot of challenges in the past too, and now we have come up. Even the pharmaceutical, we have been hearing here and there few problems. Notwithstanding that, the India is still doing a wonderful job. The most affordable drugs from India. We always should be very proud of ourselves. Don't get carried away by the some incidents. Definitely, those need to be addressed, of course, but that doesn't mean that we should deter and we feel shy about our own industry, the pharmaceutical and healthcare industry. Today, 215 countries we are exporting, my dear sirs, and 1 out of 3 pills consumed in USA are manufactured here in India, and 1/3 of the US FDA approved plants are in India, and out of the 40% of the plants are only in Hyderabad. Just imagine, this is a great matter of pride for all of us. Generic drugs, if you take 40% of the global generic drugs are manufactured in India, and most of that belong to our own country, our own province, that is Telangana, and our own the city, Hyderabad. We have got a lot of opportunities with all the 4 countries with the Telangana. I'm sure FTCCI acts as a pivot, and as a chairman of International Trade and Business Relation Committee, I thank my president, Mr. Anil Agarwal, senior vice president, Mr. Mila Jaydev, and Suresh Shingal, vice president, and most importantly, the dynamic CEO, Kathy Narvane. And with all their help, we are all surging forward. We are here. Now, as I told you in the beginning, it's not going to be the end of these interactions. It will be a continuous journey. We all will talk to their interact with each other. This office, believe me, it will assist. Mr. Ballam Srinivas is the joint director who is assisting the international committee here in FTCCI. He will be interacting with you all. He has all your details, and definitely he will bring forward all the queries. May not be addressed in today's short meeting, but as I told you, this is a fillip, and we only set the tone today, and it's a long way to go. We promise, and once again welcome you all, and I'm very sure it will give a great opportunity for us to establish businesses. If the businesses are already established, the furthering and improving further, and this creates a great platform for setting up joint ventures, technology advances, and the partnerships, and help in import and exports from the city of Hyderabad, from the province of Telangana, to all these 4 countries. With that, I thank once again all the 4 dignitaries, and we cannot thank more, sir. for your great hospitality and for your great generosity to come all the way in the busy schedule also and give your time to interact with all of us. And we look forward to a very, very fruitful business relationships with the province of Telangana and the city of Hyderabad under the leadership of Mr. Vishnu also. Together, we strive forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your thought-provoking introductory remarks. Now I request today's our guest, His Excellency Sri Gaddam Dharmendra Garu, Ambassador of India to Iran, address the participants.
Namaskar, good afternoon. At the outset, I want to thank President of FTCCI, Mr. Anil Agarwal, the warm words of Mr. Chakravarti, very uplifting, and of course, the arrangements and the warm welcome you gave and the excellent presentation, Ms. Narvane. I represent India in Iran. Our trade has been a little fluid in the last couple of years for the political circumstances in which Iran finds itself. So I believe our Foreign Minister Amir Abdullahian had come and addressed you, so you would have heard from him, those of you who were present here at the time. Our trade is primarily driven by energy imports from Iran to India. We are one of the biggest oil importers from Iran, and we are also the biggest exporters of agricultural products. Traditionally, this has been the composition of our trade. Oil from Iran and rice and tea from India. But in the last couple of years, I'm very happy to tell you all, particularly members of the FTCCI, pharma exports, bulk API, these have been growing exponentially in our trade basket. Other items remain light engineering, plyboard, paper products. These are some of the areas where Iran is interested in imports from India. So members, you would like to explore this, even perhaps with the Iranian consulate here in Hyderabad. And obviously, if there is anything we can do in the embassy in Tehran, we'll be more than happy. Because there have been some interest expressed from Hyderabad on import of fruits from Iran. That is primarily kiwi and apples. This is the products we have been exporting. With that, I yield my time. I think my colleagues have more interesting things to tell you, and it'll be worth your while to hear some of the exciting things they have in mind, much more uplifting than my little, small presentation. But I think it'll be more useful to you, for all of you to hear, my colleagues. And finally, again, thanks once again for your very warm welcome and for taking time out to be here with us, to hear us out. And I would encourage, like at the end of the sessions, if you have any questions, we'd be more than happy to listen to you all and answer and kind of tell you how we can give inputs into your business planning and your future trends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request His Excellency Sri Suresh K. Reddy, Ambassador of India to Brazil, to address the participants.
Namaskaram, and I'll start by saying sorry, we got delayed by I think half an hour because we are having a very good discussion with the Chief Secretary and the other secretaries about how we can work more closely with the government of Telangana and how we can promote Telangana. So it was for a good cause, and of course, along with a nice biryani, so thoda time laga, But Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for organizing this event. And for me, really, it's a matter of pride. Today, when we see that Telangana is becoming practically the #1 performing state, I think it's because of each and every one of you here. So my congratulations to you on your success. And for the pharma sector, especially today, the whole world is talking of India. I think to a large extent, the credit must go to each and every one of the pharma company in India and the members of PharmaXcel, because as you correctly said, I mean, the whole world realized how much they needed India when the pandemic broke out. And I'll start with the pharma. Insofar as Brazil is concerned, all of you know it's a large country. In terms of geography, 2.5 times, almost 3 times bigger than India, as big as India. In terms of economy, what do? We have a business of about $12 billion, up and down two-way traffic and two-way trade. And out of this, about $7 billion are exports from India. But the more interesting part is that every month this year, we have been doing about $1 billion plus of business. I think this year we may be doing about $13 billion is our estimate as of today, in spite of the recession, in spite of the slowdown, etc. A lot of things are happening. Now, with Brazil, what do we do? What do we export? We export mostly merchandise, manufactured goods. A lot of it, the steel sector, a lot of other products are exported to Brazil, and pharma, of course, is a very important component. I think pharma, we do about $400 million plus. 580 already. See, congratulations again on the success. So, as you can see, it's a whole world of opportunities for Brazil, really. I mean, it's a 200 million population with a per capita income of 8,000 per head, and it's a large consuming society. Their industrial sector used to be even more advanced than South Korea in the 70s and early 80s. They were really far more advanced than many other economies. But today, they're not as competitive because of not developing their industry enough. So there's a big market waiting for us. And I would urge, you were talking of delegations and MOUs in Sagawal. I would suggest that you should now start looking at South America more actively, and especially a country like Brazil. Because as you can see, on a monthly basis, if our trade is now reaching $1 billion, that only shows what is the potential which our friends in Telangana are missing out on. We want them to be part of that story. We want you to come there. And all the big trade exhibitions in South America happen in Sao Paulo. Where Sao Paulo is the economic center of Brazil, of Latin America. Just to give you an idea, Sao Paulo GDP itself is about $650 billion. And as a city, the city itself has a budget of about $7 billion for its municipality. So you can understand the scale and size of what we are talking about. And so I would urge that for the next major multi-sectoral exhibition which is happening, I would really invite a delegation to come from Telangana. And we'll be very happy to work with you. And meanwhile, we will also look at exploring some MOUs also. Why should Brazil be missing from the list? Let's add Brazil to the list. And also, we will see if we can do some webinars. And for the benefit of the association, today the government has also, our ministry has become very active in promoting business, the Ministry of External Affairs. And you would have seen in the dynamism of my wonderful colleague, Dr. Reddy, Vishnuvardhan Reddy himself. He has been really doing an excellent job. He used to be known as a very good officer in Delhi also. And so I'm not surprised that he has the same reputation in the state also. And yeah. And the innovative part, what our ministry has done is that now today, all our embassies have been given a budget specifically to promote states. Okay. Normally, we do it say in the name of India, right? But now I can do an event only for Telangana in partnership with FTCCI, for example. And so, like, for example, if a delegation is coming, we can do something special, or we can do a webinar, we can do a lot of things for which we have the budget available in the embassy. And this is available in all the embassies. So please make use of it. Reach out to your country of interest, your country of focus, and start doing activities with them. And also in Delhi, the ministry also, we have opened a separate state, a department called the Department of States. Again, we have a great colleague of ours who's heading the department. He's from Andhra. So I think you should reach out with him also and to see how we can engage, with this department, because they have a lot more money than we do in the embassy, and they can do many more events with them. And my only one advice, which I'll tell you, my friends, because having put in 3 decades plus in the service, what I find is our businessmen do not know how to use the embassy properly. Really. Because I see this in comparison with many other embassies. We are also learning how to support business, but we want you to be proactive, because you are the ones who are paying taxes. You are the ones who should be reaching out to us and tell us, look, I want to export this, and so please give me this list, or I want to have this meeting with this company, so please tell me how do I reach out to the company. Now, the responses would be mixed, because at the end of the day, some of us would be having more information, some of us would be having less information. But kuch to milega aapko. And not only that, any trade dispute or anything, whatever, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll do our best to help you, to support you. And that's what we are there for, representing you, to take care of your interests, to promote your business, to promote you, to welcome you. And feel free to reach out to us anytime. And again, my thanks to you for organizing this, sir. Thank you so much. My compliments to you also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Balance of trade is in India's favor. $3 billion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support to FTCCI. Now I request our today's guest, His Excellency Sri Subbarayudu, Ambassador of India to Peru, address the participants.
Namaskaram. Thank you, Sri Anil Agarwal ji, the management of FTCCI, for this opportunity to talk to you. I had earlier interacted with the business leaders here in the same premises in 2018 when group of ambassadors came. I'm the only one in that group earlier, and this is the second one. Yeah. Wani and so, and my association with FTCCI goes back to a video conference that we held in November 2020 in collaboration with the local chambers in Lima and Bolivia. We organized a good session, business promotion session, focusing on Telangana. And we know the strengths of the state of Telangana and also the advancement and excellence, state-of-art manufacturing facilities, research and innovation capabilities that are developed in Hyderabad particularly. So I represent our country in two countries in Latin America, Peru and Bolivia. These are, Peru is a little over 3 crore population. Peru has 3 crore population and Bolivia 1 crore. But both the countries are very rich in mineral resources and also natural resources. For example, Peru is the second largest producer of copper in the world. Copper, silver, and other minerals. So a lot of resources there. Peru also is very good in agriculture. Their export-oriented production is something that we can learn. Coming to the collaboration between Telangana and Peru and Bolivia are concerned, number one is health and pharmaceuticals. India is already the largest supplier of medicines to Bolivia and second largest to Peru. We have a market share of 16% in Bolivia and 10% in Peru. Now there are companies from Hyderabad which are present very much in Peruvian market. One example is MSN Labs. Recently in August, we had a delegation, very big delegation that visited, apart from visiting Brazil, they also came to Peru and Bolivia. And in Bolivia, they had 600 business-to-business meetings. And in Peru, Lima, they had 900 business-to-business meetings. So what is important is, what I would like to request you, apart from the ideas given and the suggestions made by our two esteemed colleagues, is that if we have to promote ourselves, do business, we need to reach out physically. There is a need to go there, to talk to them, to create confidence. Once one businessman told me, I was in Australia at that time, he said, I know your granite stone is the best. And we are doing so much construction here. Your stone is the best, whether it is granite or any other stone. Only challenge is they cannot deliver on time. Quality is best. Price is okay, but time of. And another businessman tells me that when I need something, immediately I think about who could be my supplier. And what is the criteria? Timely supply. So what they see is that, no, I don't want to go to Indian supplier because I know these suppliers, I can just close my eyes, strike a deal with them, and my product is there, and the scheduled implementation of the project goes on. So where are we missing? It's not on quality. We are the best. But the problem is we need to have those relationships. We need to create confidence in them. Trust building is something which is very, very essential. And in that context, as my colleagues mentioned, embassies can play a role. Let me tell you, we have a full-fledged economic and commercial wing headed by an officer with qualified local colleagues acting as marketing assistants. They know the local conditions and they can help you. We can also promote your products. But please remember, what matters in any situation is keeping up to the promise that you made. If you cannot supply, straight. But the moment a promise is made, please do honor it and build that relationship, maintain that relationship. Very much, India is highly regarded. When I go somewhere, a classic small example, Indian two-wheelers and three-wheelers are very popular in this part of the region. People say that, your quality is very good, but China's, three-wheeler comes at 20% less cost, 25% less cost. So we prefer, people tend to, natural tendency is to go for that. But they say very much that Indian three-wheeler can last longer, much more fuel efficient. Safety precautions are extremely, safety features are much better. So what is needed is, please remember, it is a must to maintain, keep in touch. And in that context, I would like to request all of you, please keep in touch with the embassy as a starting point, and then have your own relationships and then build over them. If you are interested, we can keep organizing. As it is already mentioned, we have a state division in the Ministry of External Affairs, and we do get certain financial resources to organize promotional activities for our states. In that context, as I mentioned, in November 2020, we had that meeting. The meeting would have been attended by certain limited number of people. But then what was the impact? The video that was generated, we kept circulating. We put it online, and also whenever we thought, there were 3 sectors that we focused during that time. So we identified who are the potential partners. So we targeted them and mailed them, supplied this video to them for them to look at it and listen to it. So there are many things that we can do with these 2 countries and with the region, though it is far off. But there is one good thing with this region, that that cultural affinity. Somehow, before we even landed there, I think they appreciate certain values of India, Indian culture. Mahatma Gandhi, they themselves in Lima city, on the occasion of 100th anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, they themselves procured and installed his statue. It was not with the government of India's help. So there is love, affection, but we have to make use of that, and we need to move forward. Several sectors, that traditional sectors that we are doing business with both the countries, they cover, textiles, all sorts of textiles, cotton, synthetic, that is one, garments, textiles, engineering goods, automobile, chemicals, plastics, leather, all these. And of course, the most important one is the pharmaceuticals, medical devices, scientific instruments. So there is there is a chamber in Bolivia, CAINCO. A team from CAINCO is coming to Hyderabad. They are interested to partner with Hyderabad in the field of IT, innovation, startups, etc. They would also be interested in pharmaceuticals. So please do make use of this. Let us work together, and we can certainly promote. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank President of FTCCI and all the members and all of you who are here for organizing this business interactive session. We would be very happy to clarify any doubts that you may have. And we are here to collaborate and work to promote our country, our state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful recall and advices to our members. Now I request His Excellency Sri Ambagani Ramu, Ambassador of India to Dominican Republic.
Namaskaram. Good afternoon. President Mr. Agarwal, Vice President Chakravarti ji, Vice President Yamila Desai, and my senior colleagues from Ministry of External Affairs, ambassadors, and Ms. Kathy, CEO, all members. I do not have much to add actually. My two predecessors, Ambassador to Brazil, Ambassador to Peru, spoke in very detailed manner, especially about the region. But let me restrict myself to a few points on the Dominican Republic, which is very small economy with about $100 billion. But 30% of economy is with the trade. So they export 10 billion, they import 20 billion. So it is still import driven economy. So that gives an opportunity for our exporters to do trade with India. And despite small economy with India, trade with the Dominican Republic is about $1 billion last financial year, which could become 2 billion because it is still not much explored. And more importantly, the Embassy of India in Santo Domingo, which is capital of Dominican Republic, started only this year. So India was not present in that country for many years. It was being covered by our embassy in Havana, Cuba. So now there is a more focus to explore more trade and investment. Certainly investment will take longer time, but export, I'm sure that we have a lot of potential. I will be happy to work with you because it is difficult to work with India as a whole with FICCI, because FICCI has to depend on state level chambers. I think it is better to focus with a couple of states which are interested. Certainly, I say that it is a distance country, not interested, small economy, but still we are having a trade of 1 billion. So that gives the clue that it is important. And the sectors which they are doing well in terms of trade, as pharmaceuticals, as Pharmexcel knows very well, MSN and Heteropharma have been there. And there are many other pharmaceutical companies, IT and autos, especially the electric vehicles. There is a special interest. India is seen, as other ambassador also mentioned, regarded highly because of many reasons. But the relevant reason is that the quality, the trustworthiness, and reliability is something which they still regard. There is a competition from China, which delivers much faster, but still people are patient to wait for Indian response. They have been waiting to collaborate with Indian majors, but there is no interest because of small size of economy. But India is not only that major companies. There are many several layers of companies which can look for opportunity. That is what is happening, especially in pharma and IT. The second tier companies are coming up. So please count me as a friend. I'm there. I can share my WhatsApp, my email, put any query related to Dominican Republic and Haiti. Haiti is also there, but presently it is not doing well. There is some turmoil going on. But count me as a friend, and we'll be happy to help. A special connection because I'm from Telangana. So from Warangal, but I have always had a dream of when I see the products coming international, started local products, local, but now global. So I wish some product from Telangana becomes global. I wish I'm passing on this wish to think and have a vision to make a global product. You see that many products named from like Peking duck and Kentucky chicken and Walker's from Scotland was a bakery shop, but they become international. I think that should be the motto for companies to look beyond India, because India is very scary because you have such a billion people economy. So you don't have to really look out beyond India to be profitable. But somebody should have a vision to really look that I should be international and my name should be a global brand. So I think that is what I wanted to request from some of you to think beyond Indian market. Certainly look at LAC region and look at Dominican Republic. I will be happy to be associated with all of you. Thank you so much.
Mr. Vishnu Reddy, Dr. Vishnu Reddy. So I think we have some task which all four excellencies have given us. We probably may start. No, so we have to like initiate Make in Telangana and then see, because we can really encash on our well-wishers who are right there. So I think, and so also for your information, we are also doing a lot of activities district level. So, you know, we're trying to reach out in Khammam, Warangal, Nizamabad. There are few places where we are conducting export-import management courses and other things. So, you know, I think more than also, of course, Hyderabad, but we should also try to bring all the district level enterprises, MSMEs on board. So maybe Make in Telangana is one initiative, and I'm sure Akhilesh, the representative of WTC Shamshabad is here. Also, the partner would totally agree to this. We also acknowledge the presence of our regional passport officer, Mr. Dashraya Palaya. Welcome, sir. Would you like to speak for 2 minutes, please?
Yeah.
Good evening, President FTCCI, and good evening all the ambassadors. Sir, I am a regional passport officer and head of the branch secretariat. I succeeded my predecessor, great Vishnuvardhan Reddy Garu, and we are struggling so hard to continue the same legacy. Sir, as a passport officer, we always cooperate with the business delegates who are going abroad and having this business interest, and having seen 4 ambassadors here. This is my promise. When your focus area is on these countries, we will definitely work on priority on your passport requirements and all. Yeah, sir, and with this thing, we are as a representative of MEA also, we are all actively participating in the visiting foreign diplomats, sir. We have been actively engaged in the meetings of the all the meetings of state governments and the trade bodies. We are all working in tandem with the state government and with the joining of Vishnuvardhan Reddy as a special secretary labor in the Telangana government. It made the distance so so thin. So we are working so closely for the collective benefit of India and Telangana. Thank you very much.
Now the floor is open for Q&A. Any?
Actually, we apologize for this, but yeah, we may just be able to stick to only 2 or maximum 3 questions. So please be very, very focused on the question. No generic question, you know, it has to be really focused. But we promise you that we will share the email IDs of all the 4 ambassadors, and whatever it is, FTCCI will promise you that we will get it delivered and get the response. So, yeah.
This is Johnson Tegla. You can Google me. I'm from the Christian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm an SAP consultant. To ease all of us the pain points to highlight would be productive and take short time. So let us categorize the overall 4 embassies representatives, His Excellencies, that what is the pain points in terms of relationship with India, either imports or exports, number 1. Number 2, what are the opportunities? Already I have noted down. See, I made a table like this, composition of trade, country, what are the key performance indicators, what are the key resultant areas, and what is best Indo-US relationship or Indo respective countries relationship can cater to, and then what are the inputs which we can take them forward. So on behalf of entire audience, I have summarized. It would cut short all of us our time and your interaction. My question would be, I'm from technology, finance, and law. What best you have to give us for outsourcing or collaboration or to take them forward? I've been in US when I've been in US when Haiti was in trouble with big floods and that big hurricane was there. So we sent some delegation from, I was in Chicago, to Haiti. I can mention his name also.
Yeah.
So like that, whatever you can propose, we take them forward.
No, sure.
And we have a gamut, diversity
No,
of
I
intellectuals
think,
here.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think your first point, quickly replying on country profiles, will quickly work with FTCCI and provide the country profiles for all the delegates.
That would be great.
Members.
That would be great.
As far as second question on finance, yeah, technology and finance, sir, any of you want to react? Or probably we'll take the next two questions together and then.
Yeah, we can summarize. That's what I
Two
said.
more,
That's
please.
my
Only, that's all.
suggestion.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to all the technologists. Thank you for making this event very successful. I want to make it very pinpoint. Actually, this is to Mr. Subbarayati Garu. We have started, and I'm Dr. Raj from Vega Medical Diagnostic and Medical Devices. We are the first one in the state of United Andhra and Telangana. So we have started our HIV diagnostics. We have, in the 2009, we have already started. And we have registered in the Ministry of Health and Peru. Now we want to get into the Brazil, the entryway to the South America, Mr. Reddy Garu, and also Iran and also Dominican Republic, sir. So please, as I request FTCCI to share all the contact details and so that we can follow up where we had a gap.
Thank you.
Particularly to Peru and Brazil. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm speaking from Hari Ganesh Pharma, and we are active bulk drug exporters. Ambassador of Iran said, Iran has lots of demand for APIs and intermediates. So we are working with all the major countries, major companies in our country, and so basically we have all the supply, but we want to find out new customers and new buyers. So how do we tap into markets like that? Some new markets.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I think, sir, any direct response to any of these questions, sir? Then we'll conclude.
Immediately to you, just send us an email. We recently had a pharmaceutical exhibition and there were about 25-30 companies from India present in that. Just drop us an email. We'll send you the list of importers and sectors.
On the HIV, Brazil has really a large number of HIV cases. Brazil and South Africa are the two countries which have, because of the associated challenge of TB. And so for we three are jointly doing research on TB also. So I think it's a huge potential for a product if you really start looking at it seriously. For the diagnostic, I'm saying. As I mentioned, it's very simple, really, trust me. Just send us an email to all of us. The contacts would be shared. Send us an email giving us details of your product, A, and B, what is it you're looking for. And see, Brazil, Latin America has not been really thought about by our exporters. But if you look at it, like the trade with Brazil increased by 63% and last year, in 1 year. And if you look at him, he's saying, a small country, but they're already doing $1 billion worth of business. That kind of potential is not so much present in Asia today, frankly speaking. In Asia, you're already competing with existing suppliers and existing markets. But in the case of Latin America, they are open today. And that is why our trade is growing and growing very rapidly. And so I would really suggest, starting point for you should be to send us a thing. And then later we could look at doing some sector specific webinars or a multi-sector webinars followed by delegation visit. Like recently the pharma, they came with a delegation of 80 members to Brazil and I think Colombia. And I'll tell you, like the delegation came to Sao Paulo, but I got the minister from Brasilia and the president of Anvisa, the regulatory authority, both of them flew down to Sao Paulo to meet them. It was unprecedented. I mean, the first time we're getting the health minister and the president of the regulatory agency, both of them going to another city. This is like our minister going from Delhi to Bombay to meet a foreign delegation, that to a business delegation. It doesn't happen. But today, because of the recognition which our company, our brand India and brand India Pharmacy, for example, it enjoys. So people are willing to come, and so this is the right time for you to start looking at the market more actively.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, running into your time. Really, previous MS were sleeping partners with government. But I've seen for the last 20 years, they did a tremendous job. Recent is Russia, thanks to Murali, Farm Excel, they solved many things. Now, in fact, really, MS are doing great job. I'm telling all youngsters, you can rely upon, depend as your partners. This is my experience.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, you can take more time. You can take more time, sir. No problem.
So thank you so much. And as conveyed earlier, we will share all the email IDs with all of you. So in case if you have any further questions, we can reach out to them. Before we conclude the session, we would like to present our centenary book to our dignitaries on the dais. And so this we made it during our centenary year celebration. So of course we are on the 105th year of journey, but this was made 5 years back, but still very much relevant to the industry. So I would request our Vice President, Mr. Suresh Kumar Singhal, to please come up on the stage and present it to our dignitaries on the dais, please. I also request Mr. Meela Jaydev, our Senior Vice President, to present it to the dignitaries. Before I invite Dr. Vishnu Reddy to give the concluding remark, I would invite you, sir, and also Venkat Shekhar to come for a group picture, please. Please, sir. My God. Okay, maybe half that.
Sure.
We can do it. Akhilesh, sorry, please. He's from WP.
World Trade Center. Yes.
Thank you. Over to you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Kati. I know we are running short of time, and first of all, I need to apologize also on behalf of the government of Telangana for keeping you waiting. So I will be very quick. So we have our good friend Passport Officer Garu. He has promised passports to you on time. And we have our 4 excellent ambassadors who have extended a warm invitation to all of you to go beyond your regular horizons and look beyond your regular horizons and reach out to and explore markets in Latin America. And of course, Iran. I hope the situation improves quickly and we can go back to old trading relationships with Iran as well. But I think I wanted to quickly thank FTCCI for bringing this program together and keeping it together at a very short notice. And the auditorium is full. I mean, I've been to many events here, and good to see you, a big crowd here, and that shows the enthusiasm that you all have in doing more outside India. And I thank the president and his entire team, Chakravarti Garu, and of course Miss Kathy. And from my own side, my good colleague Venkat, who's been running around and putting things together for the program. Thank you very much for being here and for interacting with our ambassadors. And I'm sure, as many pointed out, this is just an introductory kind of a meeting. The journey should continue from here. And from the government of Telangana side, and of course from the Ministry of External Affairs side, we will definitely be working with you and responding to any of your trade queries that you have, including facilitation of your visits and exploratory engagements with businesses in Latin America and other countries. Thank you very much for the opportunity.